I'm Alex, and I'm one of the co-creators of the game Camping with Sasquatch. And I just wanted to create this video because there has been some confusion as to our rules, because clearly I did not write them very well. So if you have figured out how to play, congratulations, you're probably a little smarter than I am. And if you have not figured out how to play the game yet, please give this video a watch. Thank you so much for your patience, and hopefully this will help you and join the club of a number of people that have not figured out how to play because of our instructions. So we'll try and clarify here. And again, if you're not sure how to play and you have any questions, you can just email me. And feel free to email me at any point. My email is alex@lethalchickengames.com. And I will answer any questions that you may have. I think you can also send a text via that email as well, and I'll get it. And if you're playing the game and you just have a question and I see it, I'll answer right away. So for those of you that have never heard of Camping with Sasquatch and have kind of stumbled onto this crazy video because of my our awesome Sasquatch character, then thank you for checking it out. And I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope it helps you learn how to play this game. It's super fun. It's kind of a hybrid of Rummy meets Slapjack meets Uno with roaring. we call it a card game with a roar. So hopefully this will help clarify. So I'm gonna kind of walk you through as if it's a 3-person game. The rules do vary just a little bit for a 2-player, and I can go over that at the end. But let's just go through it. So you start with your deck of cards, and you want to deal each player 7 cards, okay? Now, I have not stacked the deck. Not completely. A little bit. I did kind of look at some of the cards just to make sure that we had a variety. All right, so here's our 3 players, okay? We've got 1, 2, and 3, okay? So these are our 3 players. Now, the setup, what we want to do is you want to start off so that the first person isn't at an unfair disadvantage. You're going to give them 3 cards to kind of start things off, okay? 1, 2, 3. Now, this is actually the same categories. So these 2 would go here, and this would go here. Now, there are 8 categories total, so you can have up to 8 categories at the same time. But what you can't have is this right here, where you've got swimming, okay? Only 1 category open at a time. So it would be swimming, and that one, and then some more Sasquatch. Now, this is kind of a pretty easy or pretty lucky setup because you've got the swimming is going to be super easy to finish. Sasquatch counts as a wild card, okay? So this within its suit. So this is a wild card within its suit. So let's take a look at my hand, okay? I'll go first. So if this is my hand right here, okay, then I know that I can almost complete this. I can complete this one, okay? Because it's 3 different, right? It's the mask, the inner tube, and then the third one is the wild card. So it really could be, this would be the shorts, right? So so at the beginning of my turn, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw 1, and then I'm gonna play 2, okay? So now I drew a Sasquatch, so I can do one of 2 things, okay? I can either take it in my hand, right? And not let anybody know, or when I draw it, I can go, hot dog Sasquatch, right? And then everyone has to kind of go through theirs and slap down a hot dog card, okay? Now, this person doesn't have any hot dog cards, so they end up winning this one, right? That counts as one of my moves, all right? So now they've got some extra cards. So that was one move, and then the other one, I can complete this set, so I'm going to go ahead and take it. Now, if I wanted to, if I wasn't able to complete this set, what I could have done is I could have just opened up another category, right? Or if I hadn't played that, I could open up 2 more categories. You can have all 8 open, right? You just can't repeat, all right? Now, I didn't do that. I played the Sasquatch. I'm going to play this one. I'm going to take the trick, and now I have some points. And the way that the points go is it's 1 per card, but it's 2 per Sasquatch. So in this hand, I've got 2, 3, 4 points, okay? if you end up with these cards in your hand, it's -4 points because it's the same one. It's -1, and then, but that's if the game ends and you end up with cards left in your hand. So you don't want to have too many cards left in your hand if you know like someone's about ready to end the game. Okay, so that's my play. That only leaves one card left on the table, and now it's player two's turn. Okay, so this is player two, and player two can actually finish off this one right here, and leaving player three kind of high and dry. So if I were player two, I would go ahead and I would finish this off, and you have your S'more Sasquatch. Oh, draw one first, okay? So you have your S'more Sasquatch, which is a wild. So graham crackers, and then this would technically count as graham crackers because it's three of the same kind, right? So I would take that trick, and that would be the end of my turn. Okay, I'm just going to leave these face up for like the tricks that are done. Okay, so now as player three, I would draw a card. Okay, and then I'm going to play two. And there's nothing on the table, so I'm just going to open up two categories, and I'm going to open up categories that I know that I can finish next time. So I've got that one I can finish, s'mores, and I know I can finish off a hot dog next time. Okay, so those would be the two that I would play. I'll put them that way. And that would be the end of my turn. Now it's back to player one. I'm going to draw a card, and I'm going to play two. Now, I cannot finish off anything, so I'm not going to add anything to this because I'm not going to help anybody else out. So I'm going to play canoe, and because I know I can finish that one off next time. And just to kind of throw it out there, I'll play hiking as well. All right, so now I go to player two, okay, and draw a card, and then I'm going to play two. Now, I can finish, this player two can finish off the s'mores category, okay, because I've got these two right here. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off s'mores, and I just got myself 3 more points, okay? So that's that person. Then we come back over here to player three. I'm going to draw a card, and I'm going to play two. Now, I don't have any points yet. I'm kind of getting the short end of the stick, but I can finish off hot dog, right? So I'm going to play, we've got the condiments, the hot dog, and then Sasquatch, which is a wild. So there we go. Now I have 4 points. And that's the end of my turn, or player three's turn. Back to player one. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to draw a card. And let's see, I've got Tippy Canoe. So I could finish off one category, or I can sit on it. I'm going to open up a couple more categories just to get a few more things in play here. Okay. So now we've got 4 categories open, and that's my turn. Player two. I'm going to draw a card, and then I'm going to play two. Now, I drew this hiking Sasquatch, so I could make someone, I could make these other two fight for it, or I could just use it as a wild card to finish off this set. So I'm gonna save it, and I'm actually going to maybe finish it off next time. So I'm going to open up 2 more categories, okay? So now I've got 6 out of the 8 open, right? So that's the end of my turn there. Player three can come in, and now there's lots of options, right? So I'm going to come in and let's see. I've got there's ghost stories. Oh, I've got my s'mores. I should be able to. Oh, there's no s'mores anymore. All right. So s'mores, we've got here. I've got the 3. I could open up another s'mores category, but at this point, I think I'm going to try and see if I could finish off one. Any fishy? Okay, so there's no fishy, and there's no s'mores, which are the 2 that I could actually finish off this time. So that's lame. So I'm just going to open up those last 2 categories. So here I'm going to scoot everything over, and we'll add in. So I'm going to open up s'mores, and I'm not going to give away the Sasquatch because I'm going to save that, and then I'm going to open up the fishy category. And there we go. So now we've got all 8 categories open, okay? I actually did not stack the deck, just so you know. And in fact, I didn't even shuffle it very well, and I had to do a quick little break and make sure that it was going to play out right. But so far, this is playing out pretty well. Okay, so I'm going to draw player 1. I'm going to draw a card, and I'm going to play 2. Now I should be able to kind of like start cleaning house. So we've got canoe, 3 of a kind. That's mine. All right. Player 2, again, we should be able to kind of clean up because everything's open. So here we've got camping, like we've got the tent and we've got the bug spray. So I've got the bug spray. I could play that, but then I can't play my tent because it's bug spray, tent. It doesn't work. Okay, it has to be either 3 of a kind or 3 different. Okay, 2, 2, and 1, or 1, 1, you know, whatever. 2 bug sprays in a tent does not work. I've got hiking. Oh, I could finish off hiking. So I've got the boots and I've got Sasquatch, which is wild. Okay, so I'm going to take that there. Player 3, we're going to come over here. Now, player 3 has a lot of cards, so they need to get rid of some stuff. So I'm going to draw 1, and I'm going to. I'm just going to go ahead and play the 2, and I'm going to clean up fishy. So I've got frying pan. This is a wild, becomes frying pan. And that works. All right, back to player 1. I'm going to draw a card, and let's see. Now I'm going to look at my cards. So I think everyone's like pretty close to even. Player 2 might be kind of ahead. Okay, so I can't. Let's see. I've got fishy. I've got 2 of those. I've got 1 camping. I've got 1 hot dog, and I've got 1 Sasquatch. So I can't. I mean, I can play both 2 cards. I can open up a category, and then I can. I'm going to make people fight for this one. So I'm going to say, "It's more Sasquatch," and so then now everyone has to go through. They don't have any. So then player 3 comes and they're like, "Oh, I've got a s'mores card." Okay, now you can't like double slap the s'more Sasquatch. So he played, I played, this person did not, they get the cards. Now it's 2 Sasquatches, which isn't bad. But also, if you get stuck with them and the game ends, then you're in trouble. All right, so I played that one, and now it's player 2's turn. So I'm going to draw a card, and now I know I've got a couple s'more Sasquatches, so I can get rid of them, and I can take those points and just complete the set. So I've got 2 wild cards and the marshmallows, and so player 2 would take that. All right, and so that ends their turn. Player 3. Let's see. Draw a card. Draw 1. Play 2. So I've got. Or player 3 has. Kind of got like 1 of each. So I can open up a category, and I can just open up 2 categories since I can't really complete anything. So I'm just going to do that. Back to player 1. I'm going to draw a card. And so fishy. So look, I'm kind of stuck, right? I can't play. If I can play that there, but there's not really anything I can do with it. And I'm almost stuck across the board. So I can just do 2 and 2, and then that's pretty much it. And so now I'm down to 2 cards. So back to player 2, we've got fishy. So this one can clear it out because there's 3 of a kind there. And then I can open up a new category. And now I've just got these 2 camping cards left, so almost there. All right, then player 3, draw 1, play 2. We've got a couple ghost stories, but I can't play those because I've got 2 of the same, and that one's different. I've got a camping card, and I've got a fishy. I can play both of those, and then I'll just have to hang on to my ghost stories. Player 1, I'm going to draw 1, and I'm going to play 2, and I'm stuck on this fishy, but I could play this. If this was all I had, if I was just this, I could play the 1, and then I'd just be stuck, and I just have to say, I'm stuck. Okay, I'm sorry. This one goes here, camping. But I can play this one, so I'm going to finish off that fishy. There's 1, and I can play my camping one, and I can take those as well. Now I have one card left, so roar! I roar, and now the game is about to end. So player 2, now they're getting nervous, and there's no camping category, and there's a hot dog that they can't play on. So their best bet is to just play both in the camping and roar. Player 3, they've got 2 ghost stories left. Draw one, and they can play one of those ghost stories. They can't play the other, and they can play the canoe. Roar! So now everyone's down to 1 card. So I'm going to draw my card, and can I play these 2? There's no fishy, so I'm going to play 1, 2, and I'm out. And I'm done. Now I get 5 extra points for going out first, plus my points here. Should we count them up? Tell you who won. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Plus 5 is 18. Okay? So I ended up with 18 points. Player 2 ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Player 2 beat me by points alone because player 2 collected more Sasquatches than I did. And player 3 got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, but I forgot. However, minus 1, so 7. And this was actually 19 minus 1, so 18. So it's a tie. So it ended up being a tie between player 1 and player 2. That is how you play camping with Sasquatch. Hopefully that helps kind of clear some things up. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me at alex@lethalchickengames.com. Now for a 2-player game, instead of deciding if you're going to play that Sasquatch, as soon as you draw it, if you draw a Sasquatch, you have to play it immediately. S'more Sasquatch, and then I gotta try and find one. Now I don't have a S'more Sasquatch in my hand, so the other player can come in and they're like, let's see. Oh, there's one, s'mores, right? So they have s'mores card. So even though I had to play it, I still have to eat it, right? So I take both of those cards in hand. If I did have a S'more Sasquatch, I could play S'more Sasquatch and then the other one right on top of it. And of course, you're going to have a little bit of an unfair advantage because you're the first one to see it. But just, you want to play it right away. Be like kind of fair, but just make sure that you win. Or maybe you don't have another s'mores in your hand, and you draw the S'more Sasquatch, right? And you're like, oh, S'more Sasquatch, and then you're like, oh no, I don't have one in my hand. What am I gonna do? And the other person says, haha, s'mores. Then you're stuck with the s'mores card. So there we go. There are the rules for the 2- and 3-player game of Camping with Sasquatch, or actually 2-player plus, 3 plus. So I hope that's helped clarify. If you have any questions at any point on how to play the game or something's not clear, feel free to email me. And you can just email me at alex@lethalchickengames.com. I'm happy to answer any questions. Thank you so much for checking out our game. I hope you enjoyed it. We also have another game called What the Film. If you haven't had a chance to play that one yet, please make sure to check out What the Film. It's a fun party game, and it is family friendly, even though the title may kind of allude to otherwise. It's not. It's not. There's nothing inappropriate in it. It is a family game. And again, thank you for checking out our games, and we'll see you soon. Bye.